All right. Good morning, Atlanta Family Church, and welcome to the prayer vigil. I believe this should be day 59. Or sorry, not 59, so 49. As for the prayer vigil, since we first started quite a while back, I believe we're just a day ahead of Washington, D.C. That's it. So this is our prayer vigil for Atlanta Family Church. We're just glad to have everybody. So first thing we want to do is to have let us, sorry, Wi-Fi is slow. Let me just it wasn't working for me last time, so I already had it open. Yes, let us join us in a bow. Stand. Kanji, Champumanim, Kambet. To the family pledge. Number one, our family, the owner of Chanakuk, pledges to seek our original homeland and build the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven. The original ideal of creation by centering on Shua. Two, our family, the owner of Chanakuk, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the heavenly parent and true parents. We pledge to perfect the dutiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on Shiva. 3. Our family, the owner of Chanakuk, pledges to perfect the 4 great realms of heart, the 3 great kingships, and the realm of the royal family, by centering on Shiva. 4. Our family, the owner of Chanakuk, pledges to build the universal family encompassing heaven and earth, which is the heavenly parent's ideal of creation, and perfect the world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness with the 5. Our family, the owner of Chanakuk, pledges to strive every day to advance the unification of the spirit world and the physical world, as subject and object tolerance, with attention on children. 6. Our family, the owner of Chanakuk, pledges to become a family that moves heavenly fortune by embodying the heavenly parent and true parents, and to perfect a family that conveys heaven's blessing to our community with entering on Shalom. 7. Our family, the owner of Chanakuk, pledges to living for the sake of others, to perfect the world based on the closest heart, which is rooted in the eternal lineage, with entering on Shalom. Number 8. Our family, the owner of Chanakuk, pledges having entered the era of transformation to achieve the ideal of God and human beings, united in love, absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute peace, and to perfect the realm of liberation and complete freedom in the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven, by centering our children. And if we can get prayer. Well, Mr. James Anderson, could you offer us a prayer this morning?
Yes. Yes, they can. Let's bow our heads. Our dearly beloved heavenly parents, our dear beloved parents of heaven, earth, and all humankind, we thank you so much this morning for bringing us together, your family, your children, the hearts that you have chosen to save all other hearts, to bring the freedom and your ideal to your family. We know that this is a very deep life that you want us to have so that we can all begin to live together like the first beginning should have been. We thank you for guiding us. We thank you for calling us. We thank you for believing in us because we know that you're the creator and you don't make mistakes and we're the right people to do the job. So we thank you for the way that you guide us, that you have brought us all together, make us see one another face to face so that we can see the greatness of your heart within each person. You have made us. Now we want to be what you made us to be. So please guide us because you are our strength. You're the depth of our heart and our life's goal. We want to be your example, your image. And so we leave the ugly life behind us and we move forward to that which is true because we didn't know that we were lost until you gave us a way that definitely helps us to know that we are now found. And now we feel like you want everyone to join, everybody, and nobody is absent of the freedom that you want us to have. So we don't want to fail you. We'll do the best we can and all that we can until we die. And we're going to keep working openly. And since you do nothing without secrets, even secretly, we will do what you have for us to do and we will not fail because you made the right choice. And we will live up to that choice. And we will bring the love that you want between us throughout the world. So everything else aside, the foolishness gone, we will live in the ideal world of your heart. We thank you for our true parents that you have given us, for surely they have given us birth to the truth and the life that we should have for an eternity, and this great chance to be your image as it should have been from the beginning. These things we pray and report to you in my name, J. Howard Anderson of the James and Loretta Anderson, blessed Central Family, owner of Chonago. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Jew, thank you, Mr. Anderson, for your lovely prayer this morning. All right, and now we're going to be jumping into our breakout rooms to talk about a little bit more about our gratitudes, because that is coming outside the right side of our bed to be able to have really our gratitudes this morning. So we're going to go ahead and go for 7 minutes, and I'll see you all in 7 minutes. Hello, we're already in breakouts, so I'm going to go ahead and just put you two in breakouts. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the main room. And I hope you guys had a good time at your breakout room. I'd like to ask two people to share their gratitude this morning. Let us ask, how about Mrs. Bowman? Would you like to share this morning your gratitude?
Okay, thank you. Yesterday I was very difficult for physically. So I watched one of the documents about the Cambodia young girls' life. As you know, the Cambodia is a Pol Pot, killed 1/3 of the population because the idea of communism. That the girls born in the countryside, very pure and naive. So when she was 8, the Pol Pot group invited her to join in their group with a sweet word. They have a prosperity and a good life in the future. So of course the parent opposed her to join, but she did. And then after 25 years, she was wondering to go back to parents to see in the ones how they're feeling about her life. And finally she made it, go back to their hometown after 25 years. But she found out parents' forgiveness and the bridge of the people to accept her wherever she did. So she had very relieved and liberated. However, consequences, she killed so many people when she joined the Pol Pot group. That remained in the heart. But story was she has liberated parents, understand her and forgive her. So that's my sharing today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Bowman. Yeah, I think liberation of parents is very important. Yes, so thank you for your sharing this morning, Mrs. Bowman, and we're gonna have one more sharing. How about Asako-san? Would you like to share this morning?
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Yesterday, as usual, I went out to the park to witness with my husband after prayer vigil. Was a nice sunshine, and I met nice people. But after come back, weather so change, all day raining, stop, raining, stop, and I appreciate we get the morning to also walk a beautiful park. I'm great. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I feel like I need to learn from that and be able to also, and we should go to a park and walk now. I would love to. But maybe later in the day we can do it. But thank you so much for your sharing. Thank you, Mrs. Bowman, Ms. Matsunaga, for your sharings this morning. And we're going to go ahead and jump into. You have it already. All righty, I think we're on 268, right? 269. Okay. All right. Okay, so the capacity to forgive your enemy and save his or her life does not appear overnight. It requires that we eliminate the resentment and anger in our hearts and see the countenance of God in the face of our enemy. Father Moon could do so because he did not think of Mr. Hara as his enemy. Even while being tortured, he prayed for him and forgave him. This is only possible that when you lead a selfless life. Evil is acting for selfish gain, whereas goodness is to serve others and let go of the memory of having done so. When we give and forget, true love flourishes. We do not run out of love by giving it away. Quite the opposite. True love is a spring that flows anew in every greater abundance. True love is a spring that flows in every greater abundance. When walking the path of love, even when you give something precious, you feel that you did not give enough. Living with true love does not make one prideful. If anything, one feels sorry for not being able to give something even better. True love moves on a circular path. Where it starts or ends, no one knows. Love within limits is not true love. True love is always new, yet is unchanging. Circumstances and environment change, but true love is the same. It does not grow old or stale. It is very fresh in spring and summer and autumn and winter, in your youth, your adulthood, and your old age. True love is the power that unites a man and woman eternally. When you love each other completely, your beloved lives within you, and your beloved lives within you, and you live within your beloved. True love is the only thing people really are seeking. It transforms every sadness and pain into joy. The fallen world programs us to think that when we give something away, it is gone. In true love, however, the more we give, the more we receive. When our mindset changes from wishing to receiving love to wishing to give love, the world of peace will be at hand.
Becoming the light of the world through a filial heart for heaven. From time to time, I send Mount Bonglanga and
Pyeongchang.
Pyeongchang, a Gangwon-do at the foot of the nearly 1,500-meter mountain is the well-known Yeongpyeong Resort, a property that our members have developed. It is one of the locations where the popular Korean drama Winter Sonata was filmed. At the top of that mountain is a rare tree. I named it the Mother and Child Tree. It is actually two trees of different species that have grown together and become one. A Chinese crab apple tree that is hundreds of years old is the mother, and a raw one tree that has grown up within is the child. This mother and child tree has flourished like that. They depend on each other and thrive together. Perhaps when the crab apple tree become old and hollow, a bird drop on a raw one tree seed inside it, and a new tree grew there. The crab apple tree embraced and nurtured the raw one tree as if it were its child over time. The raw one tree's roots grew deep until it could support the crab apple tree, as if it was taking care of its mother. In the same space, the two trees each blossom and bear fruit. They are only trees, but they are an example of the filial piety. They exhibit what I call hyojang, the beautiful love, care, and deep heart of parent and child. Parent and child. Most Koreans, when they first encounter the term hyojang, tilt their head in puzzlement. It might seem like a familiar concept, but it is not easy to define. They wonder, does it refer to one's heart or does it refer to an actual practice? The Korean word hyo also means to be effective, so some even think that is the meaning. The term hyojang, which I created, includes giving one's whole heart, and so being effective is not entirely wrong. However, the term hyojang that I have been using has a much deeper and wider meaning. Hyo is a term that once prevalent in the Far East, if we had to translate it into English. We might render it filial piety. However, the word duty is not enough. Hyo means duty motivated by love, duty that is not compulsory, but is happily voluntary, and that provides one's life its deepest meaning, of course, that includes sincerely honoring and truly loving your parents. Hyo is a beautiful Korean tradition and also is the foundation of life. It is sad to see that the concept of hyo is slowly disappearing in society. When I hear the word hyojang, I think of my older son, Hyojin, and my second son, Hyunjin, who hold special places in my heart. Both have passed into the spirit world. Hyojin passed on first.
Hongjin.
Hyunjin Hungjin passed on first. Despite being a teenager, he courageously stood on the front line to protect his father. Hungjin would always declare, "I will protect father," at the end of 1983, at the peak of the Cold War. My husband and I were speaking at large victory over communism rallies in Korea. We knew that communist sympathizers were determined to stop us. The final rally was in Gwangju, the heart of the leftist movement in Korea. When my husband was about to go on stage to give his speech, I noticed that his tie pen had disappeared. What happened to it, I thought, feeling puzzled. Where did it go? A few moments later, while my husband was on stage giving his speech on the other side of the Pacific Ocean in upstate New York, Hyungjin was involved in a car accident. Hungjin was driving on a two-lane road when a tractor trailer coming on the other way hit black ice and slid into his lane. He veered the car to the right and could not avoid on a head collision. He swerved in such a way that he took the direct hit on the driver's side, saving the life of his friend sitting in front of a passenger seat. We found out later that there has been agents trying to kill my husband in Korea that day. They had entered the auditorium in Gwangju and tried to reach the stage. They could not get through the packed crowd, and so could not carry out their plan. Satan was targeting the father. And when that evil plan was thwarted, Satan took the son as a sacrificial offering by sacrificing himself in his father's stead. Hungjin kept the promise he had made. I will protect father. When Hungjin was born, he didn't open his eyes for 3 days, and I felt so worried about him. At the end of his short life, he passed away as a son of the greatest filial devotion to his parents. This deep filial pity is engraved in the hearts of our members.
Okay, we're going to stop there. All right, thank you for reading. Go ahead. There you go. Thank you. Perfect. And so I think actually the beginning part before the Hyo portion of the thing where we're talking a little bit about forgiveness, I think, and really being able to have the forgiveness heart. I think even Mrs. Bowman's sharing kind of shared that as well. And hearing really mother always talking about forgiveness, even if the person has done evil things, she's still willing to really forgive their heart. I think there's a lot of context to that, but yeah, I recognize that sometimes you know, anyway, I recognize how much mother really loves whoever we sometimes struggle with ourselves. Mother always has an embracing heart, and mother is always teaching us to forgive. And so I think that was always very beautiful. Sometimes when we can't forgive, mother does forgive. So, all right. And the second point, really the heal part, filial piety, really being able to talk about being filial to one's parent, I think was a very important part of, I think we have to really teach. And Hung Jin is such a good example of what filial piety was. And really his example, I mean, it got him up on the Cheongshimwon prayer hall. And very much so, I think, is a good example, good testament of how much he really gave everything for true parents. So yeah, so filial piety is a very good portion of it, and forgiveness is another half of the teaching today. So other than that, I hope that you can bring out anything else you got from the reading and the breakout rooms. So we'll see you all in 7 minutes. Put him in a breakout room again. All right, welcome back, everybody. Sorry, we had a little bit longer sharing in this room. But yeah, we're so grateful for everybody, and hopefully everybody had a good time in their breakout rooms. I like to ask first, actually, a person in this room, Kazuko-san, to share her sharing as well.
Today, we read about what is Hyojeon. And not yet, I couldn't understand all. I need one by one experience. But I felt such a nice timing God gave us. We could read what is Hyojeon, because July 16th, we have National Parents Day. So God prepared this timing. We can read what is Hyojeon. So I appreciate God so much. This is my reflection. Thank you.
So as you know, there's Parents' Day on the 16th, this upcoming week. So she was just saying how, of course, I felt the same way, like, oh, that's true. Perfect timing from God is to give us the term of Hyojeon, filial piety. That's what we needed to know before Parents' Day comes, because we need to really honor our parents and really feel this filial heart towards them, right? And I think Hyojeon and Hongjeonnim are very good examples of what it means to be filial as well. So if you want to learn from them, but also the terms that we learned today. So, all right. Thank you, Kazuko-san. And one more share I wanted to get today. How about Mrs. Rhonda Schmidt? Would you like to share this morning?
Hello. Okay, so in our breakout, I was sharing that and remembering back to the time when Hongjeonnim had his accident, and what it meant to the movement at that time, and how much it changed things in our movement. It was an unbelievable thing for so many members, and but it took our movement to a whole new level. The sacrifice that he made and the sacrifice that our true parents had to endure because of it was just an unbelievable indemnity that propelled the Providence forward, really, and helped people to understand deeper and deeper truths that we could never understand before that, and the position of our true parents, and also the strength of Satan and his reach into our lives and even into the lives of our true parents. So I was just reminded of those days. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Hongjeonnim and I mean even Hyojeonnim also both passed away, but really they were really great examples, like I mentioned earlier, of what it is to be filial. And really I think, yeah, I wasn't there during that time, but obviously I've heard a lot about it, and the fact that he swerved in order to not hurt the person that was in him, and because there was somebody else in the car, is what I heard, and that he swerved in a way that it wouldn't harm the other person. So he was always having this heart of taking care of others and of course taking care of his own parents. So such a good example of what we should be as even just people that always care for others and always honor others. So thank you so much for your sharing, and really want to Hongjinim and Hyojinim, really want to honor them for their filial piety and for honestly their service to the world. So thank you for your sharings today, Kazuko-san and Mrs. Schmidt, for the sharing. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up with a song before we end today with the prayer. I know I do LA Band all the time. Maybe I should find some names. Maybe I should do Las Vegas Band. Yeah, I should start it.
Has not the Lord been
Really beautiful song. Now I listen to lyrics a little bit more, but yes. All right, thank you. And we'll go ahead and just jump into our 7-minute prayer. So please unmute and we shall pray together.
Our dear most beloved,
This is God's beloved
Thank you for the wonderful goodness that you have given us to experience in this time.
we really
You are
For your heart
desperate.
is
in the times of
Thank you for
Just
this
as we
meeting.
have looked
and
For
focused
example
and working
movies
in the hearts of others.
heart was
Bring
great.
about the victory of this day. For your promise to humankind of freedom. So that those who are working on the details,
very grateful for this
we know
honor.
that even evil doesn't have a chance
Thank you for really
Gather
because
together
the time of their
for your will.
making
It's so good.
So we stand to be used to be guided and taught as you desire. Contribute this major step recovery. Please guide us to know what we are to stand, to know what we are to go on, but matter to helping others through your grace. No other part of life is more important. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to in your will is safety. Us stand strong as children of God, accepting the truth of help us to live up to aspects of goodness from your heart and life for everyone. You can take sadness away from your heart so that longer than racism. We should do what you, the Creator, done in your heart about us. We'll never have determination to
Thursday night.
united with in our different different dedication, different parts of your plan. Let us not condemn the other parts of your plan. Complete that. And however you must go, for you are never in start. Go in that direction. That they are nurtured. Help us not to selfish. Let's think of love. Everyone in our life. Let us put other things for you. God, children of the Most High, and we want no other God before you, the highest. So please let us live in the family, the family of your heart.
We do not understand that we are
Let us live
We do not understand that we that you are only one parent. And that we have one parent
heart never
really be able to spread this
always
every single one of our friends, that they may be able to understand
to do your will, not the will of this
we all
world mind.
together are true brothers and sisters. One parent
We want to use your mind.
Loving child. Always.
We want to get it. And so then we take on all challenges.
we can inherit that kind of life.
Mankind.
But still your heavenly parent is letting everything
Not
There are differences
in charge.
Please don't put on the side. So we can focus on what matters.
Back to its absolute obedience. When you hear your voice, you hear no other voice. The love in the reality in the situation. Love against your will. You're the leader of our thinking. And we cannot hear others. And we will not hear others until we hear your voices come from them. And we can know that we cannot be divided. You know, the ordained wisdom for this world is not foolishness. We want to try to get there. Let us walk with you and seek every single step. And the world go away. There's no betrayal of you, the maker of all humankind, true owner of all humankind. And you are the owner, which is one from the fall. There was no other owner than we would be happy. Now we are here today, back to happiness that we all should have had. Eating your will, Lord. So please guide us.
All right, thank you, everybody. Yeah. As for announcements for today, this upcoming Sunday is, I believe it's this upcoming Sunday. Yes, it should be this upcoming Sunday. Is the Parents' Day celebration as well, yeah. So this upcoming Sunday is the Parents' Day celebration, and the week after that, we're gonna have the mini sports fest / we're gonna have the picnic. Just a heads up, I think you've already noticed, but for the picnic, don't show up to this church because we're not gonna have service here. You guys can have, maybe you guys can have rides if you feel like you can get to the church, but you need a ride to the park. If you're from around here, would like to go move up to the park together, then that's fine. But as for church service, it's not going to be here. It's going to be at the park. And that picnic day. So those are the two announcements I believe we have right now. Also, I believe another announcement is Yanson's coming back to Atlanta soon, just for the summer, I believe, but he's coming back. And we're gonna have a few new people as well. And I think that's it. Any more announcements? All right, so thank you everybody for joining the prayer vigil today. We're gonna do the prayer vigil. I think day 50 is tomorrow. So we've already done it for 50 days, guys. Yay. And we've had actually we should have celebrated the 40-day condition of our prayer vigil, but that's all right. We'll hit the next 40 days. We'll get there. So, all right. So thank you, everybody, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Have a
everybody.
nice day. Have a nice day, Pastor.
You too. God bless.
Good day, new
Thank
week.
you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, God bless everybody.
Diane, take your body.
Hydrate, 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 everybody. It's hot out there.
It is real today. All right, bye, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, have a good day.